Nah, that was weird. My computer did not want to go live today. Oh my goodness. It was angy. Very angy. It did not like the idea of going live. That was strange. All right, let me get my chat fixed. How's everybody doing today? Hello. We should probably alert the Discord. We are in fact live. Let me share the link to the Discord. Notifications, stream. Oh, you know what time it is, baby. Send. Okay. 4th. That's early? Early? Wait, am I early? Wait, did I start early? What up? What up, Mad Maverick? What do you do? Did I start stream early? Yes, Sir Trekkie. I might have misread the time. Everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah. Let me grab, whoops, get my Mox Field ready. Training day. Yo, what's up, Sir Trekkie? That Toji deck was very fun, I agree. So, everybody who early, let's check something out I got going on here. This will be a little easier to see on. Ladies and gentlemen, many people have been worried that once we launch the website, that we may miss or not remember a deck that's already been made. I have heard those worries. And making sure everyone has received their decks. So, everybody, I would like you to be introduced to the master list of every deck that's ever been created. Currently, we are missing 5 decks. There are 5 decks labeled missing. Oh, no, 6. There are 6 decks labeled missing. The rest are just in queue, normal, all good to go. So, I wanted to let you know, we have tackled that. We are on it. So, if for some reason you have not received your deck, this is going out. It is a total of 226 decks currently that have been accounted for, is what we have. I just want to make everybody aware of that. No, your deck has not been forgotten. No, your order submission has not been forgotten. And I am actively working hard at making sure everyone gets their deck. But I'm going to get some tissues real quick. I'm a little sniffly today. Yeah. That is a lot of decks. I wonder how bad my hair looks under here. Dare I even check? Whoopah! I look fine. I look fine. I haven't taken a hat off all day. I went out to walk my dog. Man, I feel so bad for my dog. What was it? My dog and it's like little best friend in China, because my dog used to live in China with my in-laws. How I would like to collab on the bracket 4 upgrade? What do you mean by collab? I thought I was just upgrading it by bracket. Oh, Earl Maid. Yeah, we got to go over your Coda deck. All right, cool. So, Sir Trekkie and Codus, you are front of the line today. Got it, got it. Let me get my chat back up here. There we go. The weather for me right now, let me check. Weather. It was 51 degrees this morning with low winds. But anyway, what decks are we seeing today? I'm about to tell you. Oh, I be cooking. All right, today we are watching Dion Kage no AI. Oh, that's wrong. What? Wrong month. Wrong month. My bad. My bad. Bellaris, Fuzzy, Johnny Bravo, Levi, Major, Newt, Ryan, Sam, Wacky Pizza Man, Earl Maid, and Sir Trekkie. That is all the time I have today to show off decks. And then we got more tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually going to be a very long stream because we're doing like a lot of catching up. But my sister, who just gave birth a couple weeks ago, needs my help today. So I need to make sure that I don't overly commit my time. We do have a new video this Friday. Aggressive Trash and Kage no AI, they both purchased full deck techs. So they actually got a whole video edited for them. So get ready this Friday. Y'all are getting two new Def Cat decks. Yeah. 2 full new Def Cat decks this Friday. Yes. Dude, I love being an uncle. It is fantastic. I am very excited to one day be a dad as well. But for now, uncle's been pretty lit. Unc status is very, very enjoyable. I am loving it. Very fun. I'm going to put some music on here for us once I can figure out how to shut down. I had League open. Yes. Because think of it this way. We're doing October decks today because they were submitted then and I need like two or more weeks to create the decks. And so we're doing like October decks as in like they were made during October and they're now getting shown off. I doubt you guys want to, have me only spend like an hour or two on your deck. You want me to spend some good time, so. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Ethan. Yep, playing Funkel's really fun. I am now an uncle of 3, but I have a bunch of, I now have second cousins, so like my cousin's daughters, but I also, like saw my cousins so much growing up, they basically feel like a sister, so. Feels like I have more than just 3. What's up? Ooh. Sorry. Working through some congestion today, guys. I know those are unfun sounds. I'll try to mute my mic. But today, everyone, we are going to go over an overdue deck for Sir Trekkie, patron of the Orochi. Y'all ready? Get some music going. All right, y'all. Hopefully you guys can hear the music just fine. So, how many of you guys know Patron of the Orochi? Can I get a show of hands in chat? Who here knows Patron of the Orochi? Oh, am I zoomed in one less than I need to be? Yeah, I was. Or was I? Ah, yes. I didn't get an advertisement on the top of my page, so now it's like off a little bit. I hate when it does that. Ugh. It is so annoying. Anyway, you know him. Awesome. So Patron of the Orochi, 8 mana, 6 generic, 2 green. Snake Offering. You may play this card at any time. You could play an instant by sacrificing a snake and paying the difference in mana cost. Untap all forests and all green creatures to play this ability. So Patron of the Orochi is really cool. Can we get a dono goal for a live performance of a permanent I used to own? Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'll need to learn how to play it. Well, no, obviously, like, I know the original chords, but I don't know how to play the chorus while singing, because I did the singing and playing separate. I'll have to do that. That would be fun. That would be really fun. I've been learning, what was it? I've been learning songs from what's the series called? Gosh, from Kiki's Delivery Service. Let's see here. Oh God. Yeah, stuff like that. And I'm learning the it's really nice. But yeah, I want to learn more stuff from all the Ghibli movies. They're really fun. So in the request for this deck, Sir Trekkie wanted to kind of do this cool angle with Patron of the Orochi where we turn Patron of the Orochi into a snake or a land. So I have a bunch of ways to make Patron of the Orochi into a land, and that way it untaps itself, and also ways to reuse the ability. So let's look into some of the tech. One of the most important things personally about this is making sure that we use the fact that we can like store mana into snakes, because it says by sacrificing a snake and paying the difference. So Fanatic of Ronus is probably my favorite thing in the deck, because we pay 2 mana for Fanatic of Ronus, and then later on we can tap it for 4 mana as long as we have a creature power 4 or greater, you know, when we play the Fanatic of Ronus. And then on top of that, we can sack it to the commander, and then we only pay 2 mana after we've tapped it. And that's just a really good play. So I really do like that play. It is a little harder because this deck doesn't have an insane amount of like more than 4 mana creatures. But I think it's still like really good. So some of the ways that we turn Orochi into a forest are Ashaya, Soul of the Wild. That's my favorite way to do it. And then we also have Maskwood Nexus to turn everything into snakes, which I think is really relevant. And then we normally want to go get Ashaya as fast as possible. And so we would like to, if possible. Did you miss the news at the start? Did I say I had news? Is that in the title? Am I dumb? I do have good news, which is that we did, so getting up ready for the website going up, we do now have a master list of every deck that's been created. So that's nice. So that way no one gets left behind once the website's up. So that was very important that we got that done. So I'm gonna go back here. The other thing about this deck is it plays really well with Cradle. So there are a lot of ways to Cradle. Yes, he untaps himself. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And then he's still a 7/7. So you can do it once per turn, but what that means is now it's like a pseudo Seedborn Muse, effectively. Because you can do it once a turn. Yeah. And then we can pump into things like loot. And constantly, like, do loot's abilities. So, let me show you how this works. Ooh. Ooh, that's a pretty good opening hand. All right. Wow. I don't think we'd want anything more. This is a fantastic opening hand. We have mana acceleration. We have a way to go get Cradle. We have a way to go get any creature we want, and we have Crashing Drawbridge. That's pretty nasty. I think we keep this. So draw Arbor Elf, and then land Soccer a Tribe Elder, sack. We go get a forest. That goes tapped. Untap it. Sack it to crop rotation. Go get Cradle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is pretty amazing. And then it's Crashing Drawbridge. Or not, you don't have to tap it. Into Guardian Project. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as any other creature you control, or a creature card in graveyard, you draw a card. Sadly, we couldn't sequence this to come down before this because we only had 5 mana available until we played the Crashing Drawbridge, but at least we got to play both. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Oh, there's so many things we can do here now. Holy cow. So I think the play here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finale of Devastation X equals 3. Well, no, we'll just tap that. 5. Yeah, screw it. We'll do it this turn. We'll Court of Calling, and we'll float 2 green. And we're going to go get, oh my gosh. The one that gets things back from graveyard. Why am I blinking on her? Eternal Witness. Eternal Witness ETB, we go get crop rotation, cast it, sack a land. And we're going to go get Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Next turn, we can officially tap Cradle and then untap it with Gaia's Cradle, because Gaia's Cradle is a forest according to Yavimaya. That's pretty nasty. Huh. We have so many ways to make an insane amount of mana and do fun stuff right now. I think the most fun we could probably have right now is going and getting loot with Finale of Devastation. Oh, and then we draw a card. Sorry, because Eternal Witness came in. So, okay, we have a land drop. Bonk. Yeah, I guess Finale. Finale X equals 3 for loot. We go get loot the Pathfinder. Enters, we draw a card. Yeah. I mean, make 4 mana. Play Hex Drinker, untap. Make 5 mana. Play Orochi. That's pretty disgusting. Oh my gosh. If we top deck something to make the patron into a land or a snake here, we will have loot activations like every turn. Okay, we just get a forest. That's fine. So, oh, we also Guardian Project. We get to draw. Oh, we got Quirion Ranger. Okay, sick. Okay, this is pretty insane turn 6. Oh my goodness. So we pay 6 mana to activate loot. Good morning, Balleroni. Hello. Oh yeah, let me get my Streamlabs up. That way it can it knows that we are streaming and I actually see any anything y'all donate. All right, let me get that up. Let me go fix that real quick. Sorry, guys. I'm a little under the weather today. There we go. My nose being clogged makes it really hard to like talk without needing a break. Sorry about that. Oh, there we go. Oh gosh, you're sick as well? Oh man. But it went overnight. Oh, it's great. Yeah, he can untap everything every turn with Maskwood Nexus. Exactly. Yeah, we don't need it to be a snake. Yeah. Yeah. Just a forest. Yeah. So what we do here now is we can tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we tap for 7 mana with Guy's Cradle. We tap loot, and then it says, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with mana value less than or equal to the lands you never control and put it onto the battlefield. We control 7 lands. So hopefully just don't hit Crater Hoof, basically. And it says the top 6. So 1, 2. Oh my gosh! We hit Crater Hoof. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. We get Defiler of Vigor. That is awesome. We draw a card due to a Guardian Project. Then we tap the Patron of the Orochi, tap Arbor Elf, untap Guy's Cradle, untap everything. Tap Guy's Cradle. And then we get to tap loot again and do it over again. Nice. Oh, is that Galta? Oh, we don't. Oh, okay, cool. We get Kodama. Nice. And now we have Kodama, and now everything's a forest. And now next turn, we get to just continually do this and keep slamming creatures with loot and Gaia's Cradle. And we have Quirion Ranger to untap by putting a land into our hand. So this land is just ripe with things like loot and Quirion Ranger, Arbor Elf with the Yavimaya Cradle of Growth combo. Just some nasty stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Kodama is not a shy. Yes, Kodama comes down and gets to, whenever we have something enter. I was saying Quirion Ranger. Sorry. We get to do it every turn because of Quirion Ranger. We can put lands back in our hand to keep doing crazy stuff. Because all we really need is Yavimaya and Gaia's Cradle. These forests can go back on our hands, no problem. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let me look something up. I have a rules question real quick. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, loot just works with the commander. Yep. Yeah. The deck stabilizes around having things to dump mana into. And so far, while playtesting this deck, I just felt like there hasn't been enough things to dump into loot. So I included Nylea, Keen-Eyed. Let me switch here. So Nylea allows us to pay 3 mana, reveal a top card of your library, and if it's a creature card, you can put it in your hand. Otherwise, you put it in your graveyard. I really like that. But you can also do other like effects like that. There were some that have recently come out as well. But if you want more effects to like dump into, I would suggest it if you find yourself not having enough of those. But that's just been my like experience with this list so far. But yeah, I think it's a fun list. I think it's also very unique compared to other Orochi lists that are just trying to slam Patron of the Orochi. It's trying to do a little more. Yeah, Beast Rider Vanguard, exactly. Yeah. Let's go ahead and add that in. And then I think Beast Rider Vanguard, honestly, it's a little bit of a worse rate, technically speaking, than the other one I had in mind, which is from the original Innistrad. Let me find that one. Innistrad, green creature, activate, battlefield creature. There we go. We'll see if that works. If I can find it that way. It's he looks like a town crier. I forgot his name. I think he's in one of my old lists. Let me find it. I'm like 99% certain he's in my old Yeeson list. Where is he at? Did I not have him in this list? Huh. Strange. He's normally in Yeeson lists. Is he in this one? It's a green Innistrad. I'll just go to Scryfall. We'll just go to Scryfall real quick and grab it. Oh, come on, Scryfall. Work for me, baby. Come on. I keep wanting to call it Village Bellringer. It's obviously not. Yeah. Howlpack Piper. Yep. Different. It's from Innistrad. Let's find the set. Is Innistrad with an E? Innistrad? Innistrad? Wait, what? How do you spell Innistrad? Oh, 2 N's. Innistrad. It's from, I think it's from Shadows over Innistrad. It's an uncommon. I could have put that down too. Oh, there he is. Dusk Watch Recruiter. This is what I was thinking about. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them, put it in your hand. So it's like a better rate of the same card. And then you're saying Howlpack Piper. All right, let's do a quick hear me out on Howlpack Piper. Yes, Howlpack Piper is also very fun. Yeah, totally agree with that. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Whoop. Man, all my things are messed up. I don't know what happened. That's so strange. But yeah, Howlpack Piper is also great. Oh, I think it's because I got rid of my bookmarks at the top of my. It's because I got rid of bookmarks at the top of my screen, I think. I think that's it. Oh, never mind. It's just the text on the page. Never mind. It's just the text on the page messing it up. But yeah. Awesome. All right, our next deck is for Earl Maid. We're going to go over Kotis. Let's go over Kotis. So, Kotis the Fangkeeper. I honestly love this art by Evan Fong. I actually have some artist proofs by Evan Fong as well. I love their stuff. So Kotis is probably one of the most fun decks to play with friends where you know whose deck to hit. I think this deck is infinitely better when you know who you're playing with. Like, it's just so much more fun. I think with strangers, some people get a little weird about it, but how I like to play this is Turbo Kotis. So a majority of this deck is just getting Kotis out. Like, that is it. That is all I want to do. Let me see if I can add bookmarks to the top of my there we go. I added the bookmark bar back to the top of my screen. Now our cards look correct. I just think in general this deck plays best by turn 1 Dork, and then turn 2 Ramp, turn 3 Codis, and then with backup mana because you ramped so hard. So that way on turn 3 when you play Codis, you have 1 mana available for Blossoming Defense or Gift of the Viper or Invigorate, you know, for free. Having anything to keep Codis alive. But the biggest thing, as you can see here, is I did an enchantment sub-theme for Codis. So we're going to show you guys how that plays out. Okay. So we're looking for turn 1 Dork, turn 2 Ramp spell. Let's see if we can find that. All right. Okay. Interesting. Huh. This isn't the hand I was hoping for. I'm going to play it real quick just to show you guys because it's good. Land, Soul Ring, Dragon Fireblade, and then into land, Utopia Sprawl, probably like Season of Growth, and then we scry, and we want Harrow, so we'll keep that on top. And then when we cast spell, the target creature draw a card. From there, we cast Harrow, sacking this forest. We'll tap that forest for mana. So bonk 3 mana, Harrow, and then we'll go get Swamp and Island. Untapped. And then that's 4 mana for Codis. And then, next turn we get to go crazy. So that was a little bit of a different hand than I wanted to, but it did the thing on turn 3, you know? So like, you don't have to go the traditional route, but that was still pretty cool. I think from there, really, it's just Rancor, Dragon Fireblade, Talisman, Hydra's Growth, attack, which is just insane. And 2 of those spells targeted creatures, so we draw 2 through Season of Growth. Yeah. So Codis has +4/+0. No, +5/+3. So Codis is a 7/4 on turn 4. Ugh. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then let's say like someone Blicky's Codis or something like that for our end step. Let's just act like that happened. Those enchantments go to the graveyard. And then Rancor goes back to hand and Dragon Blade falls off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Codis. 1 Dragon Fireblade. Someone got lucky and like had an exile spell on Codis. It's probably gonna be the only one that get cast. You know, like someone got lucky and have path to exile. You know, next turn, we tap for green, Rancor, draw a card. Gosh, there's a couple things we can do here. Black Blade Reforged is okay, but I think slamming Raised by Giants is the call. Yeah, we just slam Raised by Giants, and now Codis is a what, 12, 14-2, a 14-12 indestructible. So we kill whoever we hit last time. We just just straight blicky them, and then next turn we get to Unnatural Growth Codis to be a base powered 2020 with +4/+2. Yeah, guys, I think that's pretty good. I not to mention, when we hit people, if you guys have not read Codis, we steal cards. Whenever Codis deals damage to a player, exile the top X cards of their library, where X is the amount of damage dealt. You may cast any number of spells with mana value X this way. I'm telling you right now, the funniest thing you could ever do on CODIS is hit someone for exactly 20 damage, so they like don't die from commander damage, and you can still like steal a spell. That's fun. That is absolute like Mog behavior. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this list plays. I want to keep playing it. I know we got to get through decks today though, so I know I can't. But well, actually, okay. Let me do the thing I said I wanted to do. Let me try to go land, turn 1 land, turn 2 ramp, because I want to show how that play pattern works. I go down to 5. Jeez, how many one? You got to be. Wait, hold up. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we have what? We have 11. We have 11 mana dorks. I didn't see one. There we go. Okay, this is the hand I wanted to show off. All right, breeding pool, Oriole Druid. All right, land 3. We'll go Kodama's Reach. Right. We'll go Swamp and then Forest in hand. Awesome. Next turn, land, Soul Ring, Paro, into Forest, into Island. 1, 2, 3. Or not Forest, Island. It would have to be a swamp. Yeah, swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cotis into Rancor on turn 3. Like, this is the hand you really want. Yeah, not X-Spells, yeah. And then from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eldrazi Conscription. Enchanted creature has +10/+10 trample annihilator too. KV, just another day. Just another day. That's where we are. Woke up breathing, baby. Let's go. Woke up breathing. Love to hear it. My friend took me out for ice cream last night. Shout out to my friend Thomas. Taking your boy out for ice cream. Eldrazi Conscriptions is hilarious, and I need a picture of your biggest CODIS. Like, I need you to send me a photo of a CODIS with like 1 billion enchantments on it. So Earl Maid. Oh, what's up, Goku? Earl Maid, I need to let you know, this is the next deck that I'm building in paper. I'm going to go for a slightly more powerful version of yours for my Bracket 4 Friends games. Yes, Sir Trekkie, Super State was originally in here and cut for budget. It was cut for budget. Yep. What's up, Spiral Eater? Everybody, would you guys mind saying thank you to Earl Maid, Spiral Eater, Malacrosis, and Code Exorcist for helping me with this amazing master list of everyone's deck. We're also getting everyone's VODs linked. Can everyone please say thank you to them? Because they did a lot of work. So big thank yous. All right, everybody. Our next deck. Oh, Earl Maid, you're not a mod here? LMAO. I don't... Why am I like this? There we go. All right, y'all. Major or Wacky, is Wacky Pizza Man here? Is Wacky here yet? Please tell me he's here. This is the funniest story. The story behind this deck is absolutely hilarious. Oh yeah, we're all Pizza Man. Okay, hold on. You guys got to hear the story behind this. Okay, here we go. Hey, DevCat. I had a moment the other day where I walked into a room and I forgot why I was there. I walked out and I remembered what I needed. I walked back in, but then I got the wrong item. I walked out, realized my mistake, walked back in to get the item I actually needed, and I couldn't find it in the room, only to realize the item was in my pocket the entire time. It was at this point I got my deck idea, because I came to the harsh truth. I am in fact an idiot. So my deck request is simple. I want it to be as unga bunga as possible. I want to swing, and I want to swing a lot. Simple yet satisfying. I want my friends who cook up a convoluted combo deck and their big brain plays to fall victim to Unga Bunga deck go burr. So, in short, simple yet effective Timmy deck that is pretty cheap and can put in the work. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you to Karlach forgetting their background. You will put down Karlach, and you will let them know that you indeed forgot your background, just as Pizza Man has in fact forgot what they were supposed to bring into the room. Karlach now is a solo commander without an extra color, and the entire deck is every single card. Oops, I added an extra card. I meant to add another mountain. Hold on. Boop. I added every single card in mono red that says extra turn and extra combat. This deck has every extra combat spell in all of Magic the Gathering in red. It is literally mana, a very minor amount of interaction, and extra combat in turns. That is the entire deck. Then, with what 7 cards I had remaining after giving them all that, I made sure to glue the deck together and actually give it some function and, a little bit more interaction. So without further ado, let us see what that looks like, because you know as well as I do, this is going to be silly. So, perfect. We have mana, and we have interaction, and we can get Karlach out quicker with all of this. Love it. Let's draw for turn. Land, Skirk Prospector. Amazing. Land, Lightning Bolt someone's commander because it's funny. Land, Zorn. Land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Karlach. Next turn. Cavern Hoarder Dragon says it is X less the cast, where X is the greatest number of artifacts an opponent's control. In an average game of Magic the Gathering on turn 5, it is 2 artifacts. That means this currently costs 7 mana. For the demonstration purposes, we're going to act like someone has 4 because maybe they made some treasures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because of someone in our imaginary land having 4 things, Cavern Hoarder Dragon comes down. We then go to damage, Flying Trample Haste with an extra combat with Karlach. We then make 4 treasures, but we make 8 because of Zorn. And then we attack again, and we make 8 more treasures. In between that, we'll do Voltage Surge, and it says it does 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and then it does an extra 4 if paid fully, and we destroy someone's thingamabob. Next turn, land and make more treasures because it's funny. I don't think we're going to have trouble casting any spells. Scourge. When Scourge of the Throne attacks for the first time each turn, if it's the attacking player with the most life, untap all creatures. After this, there's an additional combat phase. We shall now, indeed. This is bracket 3. This is indeed bracket 3. We will now have 2 extra combats. I've run out of room for treasure. All right, let's see how much more Unga with the Bunga we can get. Let's get into this. Yeah, this is a good one. I like this. We got Granite Grip. That's what Zorn says, right? Am I dumb? Oh, no. Zorn's only an additional one. Those are individual triggers. I'm dumb. It doesn't double it. Don't. I'm on sick brain today, guys. I'm sorry. My nose is so stuffy. I'm on sick brain today. Don't listen to me. All right, let's try this again. Land into Boots of Speed. Very nice. What's up, God of Shadow? What's up, God Shadow? I'm on sick brain today, y'all. My B. Blade of Selves. Okay. Okay. Land? Trying to Nykthos is good here. Yeah, land nothing. Yeah, I don't think we can get Karlach out. I'm doing math in my head. There's nothing we can do. Yeah. So it's next turn. Desperate Ritual. Karlach. Yeah. After that, time to go goofy. Ooh, we got Fear of Missing Out. It's a fun card. When Fear of Missing Out enters, discard and then draw a card. Whenever Fear of Missing Out attacks for the first time each turn, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, untap target creature. There's an additional combat phase after this. So we'll discard a card. We'll draw a card. We currently only have 2 different cards in our graveyard, but we do have Descendant to Avernus. So at the beginning of your upkeep, put 2 Descent counters on this enchantment. When each player creates X, then each player creates X treasure tokens, and this enchantment deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of Descent counters on it. Very cool. What's up, Samwise? Yeah, we'll Nykthos. Play Descent into Avernus. Very nice. Go to combat. Do an extra combat. Hedron Detonator. Let's check that. All right, Valeroni. See you later. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under control, deals 1 damage to target opponent. Sacrifice 2 artifacts, exile the top of your library. I would say yes, but this deck isn't that consistent with making treasures. That was just a side effect of the hand we were playing there. But I do like where you're going with that. Yeah. So, like, quite literally, this whole deck is just constantly extra turns or extra combat spells on top of Karlach, and then some things like Blood Moon to help us. Very fun. Wacky Pizza Man, I hope you enjoy your Unga Bunga deck. Next up, we've got for Belarus, Ishin, 2 heavens as 1. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control, that ability triggers additional time. But what ability are we attempting to trigger again? I'm glad you asked. This deck was asked to be a Bushido deck. So it is a samurai deck themed around Bushido. So the whole deck is full of every Bushido samurai plus things to make them trigger twice, like Delny. So when you attack with something with Bushido 1, it's still, like, you know, technically power 2. So now Delny makes Bushido activate twice. And then if it causes a trigger, which Ishin does, it'll also trigger again. So those triggers, like, basically go on the stack. And so a 1/1 with Bushido becomes a 4/4. Big bing. Yeah, Landoran, it is. But I want to hold myself to a high standard. That's the biggest thing. I do want to hold myself to a high standard. I want to continue to put that pressure on myself. But this deck, having so many samurai and so many things with Bushido in it, I did, in fact, not have as much room for other things, but I did want to add really cool things like Oathkeeper and Uzumawa's Jite and Konda's Banner, Vagrant's Banner, a bunch of stuff that's, like, very clearly from Kamigawa. And then let me switch the coat of arms art here, because, oh my goodness, does this old art like go so hard. It's probably one of my favorite Magic arts, to be honest. And then we do have Ghostly Prison just to not die on crackbacks, just like as like temperamental. Ooh, dang it. This would have been a really sick hand. 35 and didn't get a single land. But what if I risk it for a land? What if I just draw a land? You saw that. I know I was on the wrong screen, but y'all saw that. Streamer luck. So, enters, we scry 1. That is a land. We keep that on top. Land, Soul Ring, Boros Charm, Call of Glory, or not Call of Glory. Whoops. Dang it. I need 2 white for all this. Shoot. We only have 1 white. Well, at least we can do our commander next turn. What decks are we doing today? Fuzzy, Johnny Bravo, Levy, Major, Newt, Ryan, Sam, and we just did Wacky Pizza Man. And we already did Sir Trekkie and Earl Maid. And we are currently doing Belarus's Ishin of Two Heavens. Thank you, T-Gat. Good to see you. So let's see how turn 3 turns out here. Okay, that's kind of nice. We can actually ramp into Commander Sphere, pay 3, and then boom. Pocket, that's amazing. Oh, welcome to the Patreon. Thank you so much. You are actively supporting the only way I now have to live. I very much appreciate that. That cannot go unsung. I'm currently living off of my ad revenue on YouTube and that Patreon as of this past week. So thank you. Oh my gosh. So, Ishin of Two Heavens on turn 3, and we have a Commander Sphere to sack and draw cards if we want. That's really exciting. I really like this so far. Ooh, okay. Oh, wow. Wait. We can't play both of these, can we? 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're 1 mana off being able to play both these and attach it. That stinks. So, we'll play Rakdos Charm, white, for Samurai of the Pale Curtain. I think that's the best way to play this out for now. And then next turn we'll Oathkeeper. No problem. Very good. So turn 5, it's time. It's time to start beating people. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, we have a couple options here. Yeah, we'll play out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Oh, Wacky Pizza Man. Very excited. I know you gave me a Rev Theft deck, but after playing the Uncharted series, I need a Nathan Drake deck. Yes. Yes. LOL went fantastic yesterday. Wacky, thank you so much. We just did your deck. I'm pretty right. Yeah, Wacky, we just did your deck. I'm going to read this out for you again if you weren't here for it. So I told everyone your story behind your deck and why you were making it. So your deck is Karlach. Oops, I forgot to choose a background. It is every single extra combat step in the entire game in mono red. It is literally Unga Bunga extra turn slam with some extra infinite combos through making treasures and relentless assault. Very fun. Very fun. I hope you enjoy. So you can go back and watch the VOD later. That was really fun. So I think in general right now, in this state, you would want to play out the Oathkeeper and attach it for 5 mana. And then an Oathkeeper says, whenever a cryptic creature is put into graveyard from play, return it. Return that card to play under your control if it's Samurai. When Oathkeeper is put into graveyard and play, remove the creature from the game. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And then we can pay 2 mana if we want to for Call of Glory. And actually we can pay this way and then play out our Hand of Honor. So that's really fun. My P-Brain color can't handle the second color. Or P-Brain, yeah, exactly. And so now for the rest of the game with Ishin out and like having this extra protection, all of your samurai attack in, this is what I would like to consider a fair, fun, balanced bread and butter like bracket 2 list. That was the point of this deck. It is fun samurai get to swing in and do stuff deck. That is everything we wanted it to be, and it is that. The only thing is, I do believe one of the best things that could happen to this deck, although it is bracket 2, is upgrading this land base. Right now, I have it on a budget for bracket 2 because I feel like a perfect mana base at bracket 2 is a little meh, you know? But I just wanted to make sure it was not going to stomp, you know, precons. But now that they've said bracket 2 isn't necessarily precons, you could probably go a little harder. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's up, KV? Nani? All right, everyone. Next one is Fuzzy's River Song. So, this deck was requested under some, I'm not going to call it duress. I'm joking. Hey, Def, I've made it a goal to keep pitching underbrewed commanders, so you have to crack them. Please continue your great trend of going for the most interesting brew rather than the most common. Please do your deck review in a silly voice. What decks have you missed, Eternal Abyss? You have missed Wacky Pizza Man Karlak, Sir Trekkie Patron of the Orochi, Earl Maid Codis, and then we just went over Belarus's Ishin of the Two Heavens as one. So, I wanted to make a River Song deck that has a ton of different creatures that allow us to put cards on the bottom. Most people spam River Song in order to put cards on the bottom with scrying. That way you know like which ones you want to stay on the bottom. I don't think that is the best. We do include it in here because it is a strong strategy, but I wanted to go River Song, not Storm, River Song Control. So this list is fully control. Then it wins by slamming something like Imperial Recruiter and getting Time Stream Navigator. Time Stream Navigator says 4 mana tap, put Time Stream Navigator on the bottom of its owner's library, take an extra turn after this one, activate only if you have the city's blessing. So we need to race to get the city's blessing. And then once we've done that, we want to be able to find it with Imperial Recruiter and or things like long-term plans. The next thing that we want to do is be able to slam things like Power Balance and Counterbalance. The reason we want to do this is because the top card of our library technically remains the same because we draw from the bottom. So we can permanently shut people out from playing a specific CMC of spell with Counterbalance, which is insane. And then last but not least, Planetarium of Washington, which is going to be legal in a couple days. Whenever you scry or surveil, look at the top card of your library. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, and then you can actively continue to scry and put things on the bottom to draw or play with your commander. So it's pretty crazy. So let's go and do some gameplay for River Song here. So we start out with Tandem Lookout, which is fantastic in this list because whenever one of our opponents surveils and or scries or searches their library, you put a +1/+1 counter on River Song, and then it deals damage to that player equal to its power. So something like Tandem Lookout will draw you cards. Goku submitted a form for a custom deck 2 weeks ago. I did it under the main gamer tag Silver Blitz. Looked through your Discord for decks already done and didn't see. Just seeing if I submitted it wrong. Let's look at our master list. You submitted it under the name Sliver Blitz. Sliver Blitz, you are in queue, my friend, currently. I normally take 2 weeks to make a deck, and then it's ready in 2 weeks. Due to a bunch of stuff going on, it's been delayed by a week and put in queue. Mostly just a ton of stuff. You can check out the channel to see how many crazy things have happened recently. But yeah, it is currently in queue. But that just means I'm taking the time to actually build your deck out correctly rather than, you know, just blurring through it. So don't worry, your deck is being properly cooked in the oven. It will be at a good, like, temperature when it comes out. It won't be undercooked. So this hand's cool for that reason, for Tandem Lookout. I like Ledger Shredder. I really like cards that have us do that. So, oh, you had some internet issues. Nope, no inconvenience, Goku. You're totally fine, dude. No problem at all. Riverdale comes down tapped without a legendary creature, but we don't have a turn 1 play, so that makes this totally fine. But I just don't know if this is really something we want to be doing, because we don't have a way to really trigger Ledger Shredder. Eternal Abyss, is that the name you put your deck under? And don't worry, after this week, everyone will know what decks are being shown. It'll be like in the bottom of the live stream, so no worries. Thank you, Goku. I'm very thankful you appreciate all the work I'm putting in. I'm trying my best. Thanks. I like this hand. I think this is keepable. So let's draw for turn Rivendell. Next turn is Shivan Reef. I like Deliberate here. That's pretty good. Scry 2, then draw. But Ledger Shredder is just so good. So we're going to put that out. We're going to say like one person draws and does 2 spells in 1 turn. Like someone plays like a mana rock and then a dork on turn 2. Not uncommon. So we'll discard negate. We'll draw Force Negation. Awesome. Put a +1/+1 encounter on the Ledger Shredder. All right, next turn. We're going to play Bloodstained Mire. Oops, put it on top of my deck. And we are going to go get a Volcanic Island. Bonk. And we'll play River Song. Awesome. So we are now drawing from the bottom of our library. Oh, Eternal Abyss. Let me check. Eternal Abyss, you are the Cross Defense Contractor deck. Okay, this was so weird. I figured out what happened. Certain names got put to the bottom of my list. As you can see here, the decks around you got finished, but for some reason yours stayed in queue. So this is a bug that we're fixing with my system with the moderators. That's on me. Just want to let you know I apologize for that. So it is in queue and being cooked. Kanan, if you guys know Kanan on the Discord, Kanan's decks got like shoved to the bottom perpetually for 3 months. Like literally Kanan's missing like 4 lists. So all that's being sent to him in the next 48 hours. That was a wild bug. I don't know how that happened. So we got River Song, and we have Ledger Shredder. So now let's say someone else, activates Ledger Shredder. So we're going to draw from the bottom, view bottom card. So we're going to get a Swan Song. I like Swan Song a lot. So we'll actually bend the Truth or Tale. Awesome. Next turn, shock in this Steam Vents. And now we can use Tomb Trawler. It says 2 colors, put target card from your graveyard onto the bottom of your library. So now we can take anything we've liked so far that we're binning with Ledger Shredder, and we can, for 2 mana, basically get it back.
I'm so depressed I can't even blame.
I'm processing. I'm just processing. Frank, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm taking her out with that. Thank you. We need it right now. That means a ton. Thank you so much. Seriously. I very, very much appreciate that. Thank you so much. Our next planned date night is next Wednesday because it's been so busy that I'm actually working all of my evenings right now. So she's going to love that. Thank you, Frank. Thank you very much. The rest of whatever's left over will, in fact, be going to pay for this website that I spent all this money on. Thank you. It means a lot. It means a ton. I know money's not everything, but you seriously just made my life better. Thank you. Oh, speaking of making people's lives better, next week, we're going to be doing a charity live stream. Instead of doing 988, we're going to wait to do charity for 988 on... Oh, man.
I'm so depressed I can't even blink.
I said, oh, man. KV, thank you so much. Oh, my gosh. You guys have been, like, insanely generous, and I can't thank you guys enough. Seriously. Hi, Kevin. Welcome to the Kitty Committee. Aber Relaxin, Shay Shay, V Vesper, Nick Biggs, and Ash. Welcome, welcome. I hope my silence is not saddening. I'm so fried from the last, like, week of my life. It's been so stressful that I'm just soaking this in and enjoying it. I'm just taking a moment, and I hope that's okay. Oh. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I got a lot of financial stuff on my shoulders right now. Now that I paid for this website, and then paying for a lot of shipping stuff soon. So it's been a lot. Frank, that means a ton. That means a ton. And the not so bad myself. The honest truth, for instance, our mod Spiral Eater here sent me a video last night and was just like, I'm summarizing a portion of the video, but he just went, hey, ask people for help. They care about you. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do that. And then they're like, well, you responded to my message, so you're asking for help. And so I'm just like, I don't know. I've never had a good experience asking people for help before. And now Spiral Eater is proving me wrong. Very much so. I know, Kevin, you can relate to that. We're not good at it. We're very much not good at this. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. We're doing it, Frank. We're certainly doing it. And then you've asked the wrong people. Yeah, I have. It's crazy. Here's the thing. I want to tell you guys right now why I'm doing YouTube. Like, what's the point of any of this, right? Like, why do this, right? Dude, okay, Kevin, I'm telling your story first, and then I'm telling you guys why I do YouTube. This was wild. Kevin jumps a fence to save his cat's life from a dog, breaks his leg, like, horribly. Like, he fell like 8 feet onto concrete on one leg, and he's a firefighter. Kevin's a big dude, like, boom, you know, like Dr. Eggman face, like, big guy. All right, he's pure muscle. Cracks his leg, gets in his lifted truck and drives himself from the hospital. Just drives himself to the hospital. Calls me, or sorry, not even call, texts me and goes, hey Jay, are you busy? You know, you got anything going on right now? I'm at work, Kevin. What? Yeah, just, I'm at the hospital. Mind swinging by? What are you at the hospital? Doesn't even tell me why he's at the hospital. I hurt my leg. Just a little scratch, I get there. He's in a wheelchair and a cast. Hasn't even had surgery yet. Yeah, we're very bad at it, Kevin. We're very bad at asking for help. And then we bully each other for not asking for help. Yeah. But, okay. Why do I do YouTube? Why do I do it? In 2009, I uploaded my first YouTube video. I had just got into Call of Duty World at War and was playing zombies. And my friends couldn't figure out the Easter egg. So I filmed myself at my desk with a pencil and paper, and I drew the map and I sent them the video because it was helpful. And so after that, I started making videos for my friends. And I also liked uploading my music and sharing my music onto YouTube. And then people started just like bullying me at school because they found the YouTube channel. So I deleted it. Flash forward to 2015, December 15th. So we're coming up on 10 years of me doing YouTube, by the way. I decided, oh, hey, I do music for a living. I'm just going to start like uploading my music to YouTube to see if people like it. And then one of my songs like blew up and it went really well. And I really liked, doing music, and I was doing it full time. I was working in production. And then I lost my production job, went back to work at GameStop, and my friends started asking for tutorials again for video games. So I started uploading like RuneScape stuff and other video game stuff for my friends. And I love the feeling of helping someone have access to more fun. And I was like, I wonder if I could make a job out of being a creator of everyone's favorite deck. Like I could personalize it. And at first I was like, I don't think anyone would pay me for that, but YouTube won't pay enough in terms of ad revenue for me to do this. So maybe a Patreon? And so like now I get to like dig into all of y'all's like psyches and learn about you as people and become your friend and then make you your favorite deck. Like, I love it. And then I used to get bullied so much for caring about this game. Like I really care about Magic. And I remember I was like, I'm going to put myself out there and I am going to try to make my favorite deck. And so I made Reverse Landfall. I was like, I want to make something cool. I want to believe in myself that I can do this because I didn't believe in myself. And I take it to MagicCon that year. And I take it to MagicCon and everyone is like, that is literally the most interesting deck I've ever played against. And I'm like, maybe I should try YouTube instead of producing for other YouTubers. And I mean, it was just like instantly overnight that video exploded. And I was like, oh crap, here we go. Yeah, Frank, it was bad. So I don't know if you guys know what Bakugan is, but it was this game I played in elementary school where you like roll these little like plastic figurines, and when they hit a magnet, they pop up and they become a monster. It was really cool. It was like real life Pokemon, basically. I took my Bakugan to school in 3rd grade, and I was already bullied, but like not like to the point of being sent home bad. And I was playing Bakugan in the corner of the playground. Like no one could see me, dude. Like I was like so much out of the way. And some kids came over and they're like, what are you doing? Like, oh, like I'm playing this. So, they stomped on them. They bullied me. They threw my cards in the water, regular bully stuff, and that was bad. That was pretty bad. And like my parents saw that and bought me a new one, which is great. I have awesome parents. And my mom promised me, she's like, hey, never hit back. I want you to never hit back ever. You're not allowed to do it. And I was like, okay. So for the next like 12 years, I am getting like the absolute crap kicked out of me. Never swung back. I got wrecked. I mean, it was just horrible. I've like broken bones, I've like, yeah, I could get into it for years. And then senior year of high school, technically junior year, so I graduated a year early from high school. I'm in band class, and the senior stole all of my stuff, and he's the biggest senior. This guy's like really tall, way taller than I am. He's like 6'4" or something crazy in high school. And he stands up on a desk and he hides all of my stuff in the ceiling, like in the school panels. And I promise you this story ends funny. I'm not like trauma dumping. Don't worry. Exactly, Lexus, that's where we're going. You should absolutely defend yourself. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Yep. Now you have a tattoo of it. And so they hide all of my stuff up in the the ceiling. And I get this thought in my head for the first time in my life. And I go, why do they think they're allowed to do this? Like, it had confused me my whole life. Like, what makes them think this won't end badly for them? And like the tiniest little spark in my head, I was like, oh, they're doing this because I allow them. I don't hit back. I was like, I wonder what would happen. What would happen? And so I make the kid go up and get my stuff back up from the ceiling, and I just drop kick the desk he's on out from under him, and I just beat like the biggest senior in my class in front of everyone. And for the next like week, I showed up to school every day. Like, I woke up and I just chose violence. Anyone who bothered me, I would just full on like throw fists all day. Like, I did that for a straight week. I didn't get expelled, but I was told I had to come after school to do all my testing because it was like the last like 2 weeks of school or something crazy. And and I remember after that week was done, I was like, I didn't like that. I didn't like hurting people. I'm not going to do that. And so like my whole life has been like pent up a week of just losing my absolute mind. And then into adulthood, I was like, I didn't like doing that. I want to treat people how I want to be treated. I didn't like that. That's like my whole bullying saga. I broke people's arms. I like stole their keys and threw it in like the school fountain. I went on a tirade for a week, the last week of high school. It was terrible. I broke a skateboard over some kid's head that stole my skateboard in like 8th grade. Yeah, it's like the opposite of a crash out. And after that week, I was like, I don't like that. Just never did it again. Yeah, it was something. What is up, Philip? How's it going? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Way overboard. A whole week of that? Woo. I love me some story time, too. But you know what's a good story as well, everybody? And that's the thing, KV. It wasn't rage. Like, I wasn't angry. I was just like, it was like a science experiment. I was like, okay, when I don't hit people, they do things to me. When I hit people, they stop doing things to me. I did it for a week, and then I was like, it wasn't worth it. I did not like hurting people. That sucked. I feel worse than when I was being hit. That was my experiment. Now I'm an adult and no one does crap like that. You know, they may like be rude on the internet to me or whatever, but that I could just turn it off. Like, like it's got ramifications on my life, sure, but yeah. I feel like other countries handle bullying a lot more severely too. Yeah. I did not go to good schools. I went to schools that like bust in the inner city kids that were like really troubled. And so we had police walking around all the time. Fights were super common. Woo. It is what it is. You know? It is what it is. You know what? I think I have a picture. This will be funny. Hold on, guys. I think I got a funny picture to show you. Let me see if I can find it. I think I have a picture from that week. Like that crash out week I had. See if I can find it. See if I can find it. I'm almost positive I have a picture from that. It's somewhere in my photos on my computer. I'm scrolling down far. It's a really funny photo. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I now give to you me standing on the person who wouldn't stop annoying me in high school. That was the ceiling they hid my stuff in. There you go. There's me probably 10 years ago sometime today. I was skinny as hell. Oh my gosh. Funny. Anyway. Thank you. Thank you, KV. Thank you, Frank. I am very excited to tell my wife that we're going to have time to be able to go out and have a date night. I wish it could be this weekend, but it is the men's retreat this weekend at my church. So we're going to be going up and doing service projects for the part of North Carolina that was affected by the hurricane last year around this time. So I'm going to be doing that this weekend, but next week I'll be able to take her out. Back to River Song real quick. The Tomb Trawler is probably one of my favorite cards in this deck because of it basically saying you can now infinitely cast a card with enough mana. It's very awesome. So if we wanted to right now, we could infinitely play Truth or Tell by casting it for 2 mana. It goes in our graveyard. We could pay 2 mana, now put it from our graveyard to the bottom of our library. And then next turn when we draw for turn, we don't draw at the top. We draw from the bottom and we draw Truth or Tale again. And we can keep casting it. So you can do some really cool loops with that. Very fun tech. And then if we opted to play Tandem Lookout instead on turn 5 here, which by the way, we do have a land drop. Now we partner Tandem Lookout with River Song. And if anyone scries, surveils, or searches their library, fetches, whatever. Hey, if they fetch for one of the surveil lands, you get to do this twice. You put a +1/+1 counter onto River Song, and it deals damage to them, and it triggers Tandem Lookout, and we get to draw more cards off the bottom of our library. So we drew like a Mystic Remora when that happened. Cool. And then we have Swan Song up to counter somebody. Awesome. Now, let's say next turn, we are in a counterspell war, right? Yep. So, we are going to... Oh, there's a toggle? Oh, sick. Enable draw from bottom. Thank you. Now, what we can do is, let's say we're in a counterspell war right now. Let's say we don't have this Force of Negation and we don't have this Muddle the Mixture. Let's just pretend we have these cards in hand instead for a moment. We'll shuffle these into the library. Just to show you guys some cool tech. Someone tries to counterspell something that you need to resolve really badly. We can now pay 2 mana on top of the Mystic Remora trigger that's on the stack to put Swan Song onto the bottom of our library. Then Mystic Remora's triggers resolves, and we now have Swan Song, and we can cast it. Bonk. Pretty cool. Yeah? It was pretty cool. So I really like that part. I think River Song as a result can be an extremely powerful commander at controlling the game. So if we keep the game going, we draw maybe one card from Mystic Remora next turn. Oh, we just drew the combo. Okay, cool. we play Time Stream Navigator. We pay 1 for the Mystic Remora, and then we control the game until with power balance, and then we have Pongify up and Swan Song in our graveyard. So instead of power balance, we can hold up Swan Song instead. And now we just try to survive till next turn, and then we can go infinite turns with Time Stream Navigator. Pretty great. So how you do the infinite turns, by the way, next turn on upkeep before draw. So we're going to put that back. We pay the 4 for Time Stream Navigator. And because we have City's Blessing, we can activate it. And we're going to put an extra turn on the stack. This will then get put to the bottom of our library. And then we'll draw for turn, and we'll get the Time Stream Navigator. We then pay 2 mana, play the Time Stream Navigator, and we smack someone in the air with our Ledger Shredder. And we just infinitely smack everyone in the air with our Ledger Shredder and win the game. So that is how that combo works. My favorite way to do this combo is to go get Imperial Recruiter, which, by the way, I have to show you guys this real quick. One of my favorite arts in all of Magic the Gathering is this version of Imperial Recruiter. It is so gorgeous. It's probably top 10 for me. It's probably number 10 or number 9 for me for Magic art. And I don't play it in any of my decks right now. It's in none of my decks. That makes me so sad. So this was a really cool deck to get to like bring back out one of my favorite creatures. I really need to put together an in-paper deck with this. But I just got a stream alert. We are at the most users from the Discord on stream right now. So I'm about to let you guys know this. We are officially going to have community nights on the Discord where we all play Magic together. I will be playing Magic with you guys. Now, I will announce that on the Discord soon, but I love announcing things on the live stream first. But I want to let you know we are officially going to be doing Magic community nights where I play with you over Spell Table. And then those games will be recorded and put on the Patreon just for us. This is my way of, as I said in my video last week, this is the way I'm going to be around people I trust and feel comfortable. And if for some reason my PTSD or my anxiety is triggered, I love you guys. I trust you, but oh, okay. I told myself I wasn't going to cry. Oh, that didn't work. All right, I'm just gonna cry. I'm just gonna talk through it and cry. I'm just gonna let tears fall while I do this. Who cares? I'm not gonna hold back. You guys are my safe space. You're the place that I get to play games with and let you know if any of my mental health issues show up. And I don't need to stay silent. And I'm allowed to deal with these things. Ugh. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. I need you. Oh, KV. Dude, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. Like, I have not gotten to play Magic in weeks. It sucks. Oh, Major. Thank you. But yeah. I'm going to try to actively be doing this. Right now, it looks like Monday is the day we can do it on. So we get to do Spell Table night and movie night on Monday. That is going to be the plan. Thank you guys. Because, like, I don't know. I was getting really depressed. I was like, I don't know who I'm going to play Magic with anymore. Because, like, no other YouTube channel is going to play with me anymore. You know, after my video I posted. And that's the only time I got to play Magic at all. Was on streams. But I promised myself I wouldn't be in those until my mental health's better. So now I have to, like, go out and find people that are okay with my struggles that I can be honest with. And that's scary. And my local scene is not open to that at all. They have been very not nice, to say the least. So, yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I'm excited to play. I am so excited to play against y'all's decks that I've made for you and, like, see how you play them. I am stoked about that. Yeah. Oh, Anime King, I did see your question. Yours is in queue, currently being brewed. Heck yeah. My evenings currently, I currently spend Tuesday and Thursday supporting my local volunteer agencies. And then on Wednesday nights, I help take care of my sister because she just had her little girl. So Monday nights are my only free night. And that's the night when my wife's at Bible study. So that's when hopefully I can be consistent to see you guys and play. That's the plan. Awesome. So yeah, I hope you guys like this River Song deck. I think it's really unique. I tried really hard to brew something. KV, Major, thank you guys so much for donating. I am so excited to, one, be able to do this, but also, two, be able to do things that benefit the community while helping. Oh, next deck roast is Monday. Absolutely, Spiral Eater. We will definitely be doing it early as well. Yeah, we'll be starting early. Yeah. Awesome. All right, y'all. Next deck is for Johnny Bravo. This is Marchesa, Dealer of Death. Whenever you commit a crime, you may pay one generic. If you do, look at the top card of your library and put one of them on into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Bro, graveyard tech in this, insanely fun. Bye, KV. Thank you so much for your donations today. Very much appreciated. I hope you have a wonderful day. The idea with what I would like to call a good Marchesa deck is that you get to abuse the crime aspect of the deck. And we wanted to go full power with this one. It is intense. My favorite card to find is Spatial Binding. It allows us to pay one life, so basically free, to commit a crime. And then we also have things like Urza's Bauble and Mishra's Bauble to commit crimes. And then my favorite, Glasses of Urza, we tap it, instantly commit a crime, and we get to look at an opponent's hand. Very, 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 very good. I just realized we're missing a card. What did I know we're supposed to have Gitaxian Probe in here. I guess I didn't update the list. I was supposed to take out a card. Where is it? Oh, Stitch Together. No, it wasn't Stitch Together. We wanted that. Where was it? I was supposed to take out a card. Oh, Felwar Stone. Right. We put in a Signet instead. There we go. I was like, wait a minute. Awesome. All right. Let's play test this. Ooh. Dang. That is a very strong opening hand. Holy crap. Wow. I mean, it's not like it's not broken, but this is really good. Yeah, let's try this hand out. Sulfur Springs, Rite of Flame, Arcane Signet, land, Marchesa. Next turn, we didn't hit a land drop, So in order to try to hit a land drop, we're going to pay 2 for terminate, and then pay 1 because we commit a crime. And we're going to look at the top 2 of our library. Awesome. And then we'll put Cephalid Coliseum on top, I think, or into our hand, right? No, we'll take the Blood Crypt because we already have 1 island. But Cephalid's so good. Yeah, we'll keep the Cephalid Coliseum. Play that for turn. Awesome. And now we've terminated someone's thingy. Oh, Emma. Rude? No, not at all. The Bible study we're going through now is called Life on Life Missional Discipleship. The idea is that a lot of people do like Bible studies, you know, where like it's awesome to learn historical understandings of the Bible, learn more about it, the teachings, like that's awesome. Those are all amazing things. But the idea is that Jesus lived his life being a disciple with people one-on-one. And so the idea is we believe going on the corner, going out to like people's events and like shouting at them, that is not how you spread love. That is not how you spread the gospel. You're just yelling at people. That's terrible. We completely disagree with that. So instead, we build relationships and we volunteer for people and we learn how to like lovingly introduce Christ into their life by being Christ-like. And so it's an entire Bible study on how Jesus did that during his life. And so we want to learn how to be better disciples, better volunteers, better helpers in other people's lives. And it's an entire 3-year course on how to do it. This week in the course, I actually walked around my entire neighborhood and just prayed for people in front of their homes, in the park. And then if anyone came up to me and asked, I offered it to them. Some people took me up on it. Some people didn't. And I'm just there. I'm just available. And I did that when I walk my dog in the morning. Things like that, where you're just a more available, more approachable person, and you're more actively caring. So me and my wife are both learning that. We're on our 2nd year of doing that right now. Awesome. Cephalid Coliseum allows us to pay a blue and sack it. And then we can do that as long as we have 7 cards in our graveyard. That's what the term threshold means. And then we get to draw 3 cards and then discard 3 cards. So super, super, super good card in this list. Threshold cards are amazing in Marchesa lists. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Anyone can ask me anything. Always. I'm an open book. Okay. Oh, nice. Land off the top. And it's a fetch land. Heck yes. We'll go get Watery Grave. This is a really good hand. Wow. Man. So we have Cephalid Coliseum. We have a Niv Mizzet in our hand. And if we find one more source of red, we can officially cast Niv Mizzet and start committing crimes like it's no one's business. It's going to be insane. So in order to find that red mana, I want to use Spatial Binding. So we're going to pay 2 for Dimir Signet. And then we're going to pay for Spatial Binding with Dimir Signet. We'll pay 1 life, target a permanent, but we'll pay the life twice. That way it stacks and we commit 2 crimes. And then we're going to pay 1 mana, look at the top 2. 1 goes into our hand, 1 goes in the graveyard. We'll keep the Gitaxian Probe, and then the Hex Parasite we'll put into our graveyard. We'll do it again. And, ooh, Rise of the Dark Realms. Nice. And then we'll pay 2 life to Gitaxian Probe, look at someone's hand, and draw a card. Awesome. We didn't find the land. Dang it. Yeah, absolutely. I am very much against like a lot of what people consider organized religion. We are supposed to be out there helping people. We are supposed to be out there doing loving, volunteering acts. That is the point. I think some churches are good at it, but a lot of churches aren't. It's really bad. All right. So next turn, we can go for something pretty crazy here. If we get it. Okay, cool. We got it. We got Exotic Orchard. So now we have a couple things. We have things like necromancy to get things out of our graveyard if we want. And then we also have Niv Mizzet, which I think is the correct thing to slam here. So we slam Niv Mizzet. Technically speaking, we have to pay this way. Yeah, that's the only way we can have the pips for it. We slam Niv Mizzet. Technically, our Dimir Signet doesn't do anything now, which kind of sucks, but we only had that much blue mana. And then Niv Mizzet. Now it says whenever you draw a card, Niv Mizzet deals 1 damage to any target. That means next turn, whenever you draw a card, we just drew a card, we deal damage to someone, which technically is a crime. So then we can immediately tap, look at the top 2, put that into the graveyard, put that in our hand. Awesome. And now we have an Animate Dead in our hand. And then technically we didn't draw the card with Marchesa, so it doesn't loop with Niv Mizzet. It's not like super broken, but it's really cool. So this deck is all about doing that. We can now pay life, pay 1, and see if we can put anything into our graveyard that we want. We didn't. Well, Urza's Bauble, crack, pay 1, feed the swarm. No, still nothing. Pay 1, go through it again. Not nothing, but still not what we want. Pay 1. There we go, baby. Yeah, Nezahal Primal Tide in the graveyard, Mishra's Bauble. We'll play the Mishra's Bauble, and then we're going to Animate Dead the Nezahal. I don't know why it took us that long to get something good in our graveyard, but there you go. So on turn 6, we have a Nezahal, we have a Niv Mizzet. We've seen people's random cards in hand and on top of their libraries. We're able to infinitely pay life, or not infinitely, but as much as we really need to. It's really cool. Right? I technically committed a crime, guys. Come on. Yeah, right? Right? It feels like backward society. It's super fun. Yeah, so this list is very active. It's my kind of Magic list. I love stuff like this. Let's see here. Yeah, this is another cracked hand. This is great. Oh, it's not a cracked hand. We don't have red. Dang it. We do have red, but not when we want it. It's an okay hand. It's just okay. So like technically here you could Gloomverge, next turn, Island into Talisman, and then Marchesa. And that's just okay. You know, it's just okay. Let me get my chat back up here. I lost it for a second there. There we go. Yeah, love this kind of deck. Super fun. All right, guys. Our next one is for Levi. It is Iphy Gleeful Spell Thief. So let's talk about why this deck is disgusting and why the background is a different creature and why that creature is important. So whenever you cast a spell that targets a single creature other than Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief, you may copy that spell and then copy target that. The copy targets Ivy. The idea is we have a creature named the Venerated Rot Priest. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter. We are going to spam through our deck by using different things that target, and then as well as things that say whenever a creature is targeted, you draw a card. And then we're going to get to copy and do it twice. Yeah, it's really nasty. So this is better shown than said, to be honest. Let's get into it. Oh my Lord, have mercy on a stick. If we draw a green card or a forest card, we are going to be doing very bad things. Here we go. That works. That actually still works now that I think about it. Yep. All right. Yeah, let's do it. Otawara. Chrome Mox. Legolas's Quick Reflexes. Belwar Stone. Delighted Halfling. Green Sun Zenith. Oh, sorry. Cradle. Green Sun Zenith. Venerated Rot Priest. Gleeful Spirit. Tezzeret's Gambit. This is turn 2! This is turn 2! Oh no! We flooded out. Are you kidding me? 3 lands in a row? Emergent Zone. Alright, slip out the back. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Slip out the back. Target. Put a +1/+1 counter. And then it targets both of these. We add 2 poison counters. Very cool. Oh, we flood. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. After all that, we flood out. Oh, boring. Dang it. I knew that hand was too, it was too much bait. I had to try it though. Let's actually keep a responsible hand. Let's get into this. So Double Major's great, but that's basically all we have. But we get to do it again with Balaged Recovery, which is really cool. So I think that's honestly pretty fun. Because now we can make 2 Venerated Rot Priests with the Double Major, and then everything else is just mana. So I feel like this hand just suffers from not having enough card draw and or anything to do with itself. So yeah, this hand has card draw. It has way to untap things. It has the Venerated Rot Priest. It has tutors. This is something we can keep. Absolutely. Okay. Draw for turn. We're gonna go Gemstone Mine first. Yeah, Gemstone Mine into Venerated Rot Priest. And we only have 2 more counters left in the Gemstone Mine. Okay. Next one. Cephalid Coliseum. Gleeful. Move a counter. Next is Balaged Recovery. I think is, yeah, probably what we want here. Right? We can afford to have that come in tapped. That's fine. Yeah. We'll do the Thicket tapped. And then we'll pay 2 for an Arcane Signet. And then we're going to tap Emerald Charm our Venerated Rot Priest, which will then target Ivy as well. And then we'll get 2 triggers immediately. That's fine. Nice. All right, we hit the land. Okay, there's a lot of things we can do here now. I think the funniest thing we can probably do is use Court of Calling to go get X equals 4 Sakashima. Copy Gleeful Spirit. That's pretty disgusting. And then we can get Gaia's Cradle. 1, 2, 3, 4. That no longer has counters on it, and we bury it. Green Sun Zenith for Eternal Witness, and we go get Emerald Charm. Target Rot Priest, trigger 2 extra times. So then now we get multiple extra triggers. We can then tap Gaia's Cradle for 4. Right? Yeah, you destroy, not bury. Yeah, I know. I used old Magic speak. Natural Order our Eternal Witness, which technically activates it again. So if my count's correctly, we've now killed 1 player already. We've already killed 1 player with poison. Natural Order the Eternal Witness. Go get any green creature from our deck straight to the battlefield. And I think, what do we want? Just Glasspool Mimic, make another copy? I think we probably want to draw cards though, right? We probably want a card that draws more cards rather than that. Oh yeah, we can't even get Glasspool Mimic anyway. It's gotta be green. What green creature would we like here that draws us cards? Or proliferates. Or proliferates. What do we want here? Oh, Cankerbloom. Perfect. Well then pay 3. Balaged Recovery. Emerald Charm to hand. Tap our Cradle. Emerald Charm. Make another 3 poison counters. And then sack Cankerbloom with the extra mana to proliferate. Table's dead. It's pretty nasty. I mean, that hand was just nuts. That hand was actually insane. Oh my gosh. Oh, we have no land. I was about to say, like, that's crazy getting in your opening hand again. Wow. All right, Eternal Abyss. See ya. No worries, Eternal Abyss. I'm going to make that more clear in the future. Thanks for asking. See you guys. See you, Eternal Abyss. All right. Next up is Major. It's time for Jin Sakai. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me get it's story time. Story time, everybody. I only got 22 minutes left in stream, by the way, so I'll be quick, but I want to tell the story because I said I would when I saw this deck get put in. The PlayStation 1, my favorite game on the PlayStation 1. Actually, I'll let anyone guess. Can anyone guess my favorite PlayStation 1 deck? Or deck. Can anyone guess my favorite PlayStation 1 video game? I'm gonna give y'all 30 seconds to guess. I want to see if anyone can get it. What's my favorite PlayStation 1 video game? If I don't say anything, that means it's wrong. You have a million. You can throw it out. Let's see if anyone can get it. It is, I think, considered a thriller. It is considered a thriller. I don't know if it's considered horror. Let me Google that. Let me see if it's considered horror. All right. It is considered a survival horror. It is considered a survival horror. It is not Resident Evil, no. What's up, Major? Awesome, Major. Good. You're going to be hearing about your Jin Sakai deck. I have a cool story about this. Any other guesses? Any other guesses before I go on this? Mally, you got it. It's Parasite Eve. If anyone was going to get it, it was you. It's Parasite Eve. Oh, that makes me so happy you know that. Yeah. So my favorite PlayStation 1 of all time was Parasite Eve. For PlayStation 2, it was Kingdom Hearts 2. But there's a PlayStation 2 is like impossible to figure out. Dino Crisis is amazing. Dino Crisis, oh my gosh, the sun, my window, oh my gosh. PS2 is really hard to choose, but Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably my favorite on the PS2. PS3, it was Dead Space. I played that on launch night. That was insane. PlayStation 4, my favorite game on the PlayStation 4, if you don't count Elden Ring because it technically launched in the PS4, but it's a PS5 launch title, was Ghost of Tsushima. No, I played Parasite Eve when I was 8 years old, I think, and all we had was a PS1 at the time. I was like 8, so 2004, 2005, around there. Oh, that's awesome. I would love to see that. But Ghost of Tsushima was the first video game my wife ever bought me. So Ghost of Tsushima was like the first time my wife ever like really interacted with the fact that I love video games. And that meant so much to me. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Frank. And so Ghost of Tsushima means a lot to me. So when I saw this commander come out, I started brewing instantly. Like, I've been brewing this. So Major, you got a very well brewed deck. I went hard on this. So Jin Sakai says, whenever Jin Sakai deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. Whenever a creature you control attacks a player, if no other creatures are attacking that player, choose one. It gains double strike until end of turn, and it can't be blocked this turn. Or it can't be blocked this turn. You choose one. But it says whenever Jin Sakai deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So it's not Timna where like everything draws a card, but Jin at least does. So let's get into this. Let's talk about what makes this card really good with this game plan. So I decided to go with cards like Raphine, Scheming Seer, Ledger Shredder, Ghostly Pilferer, and other cards like Dothy that have Shadow, to where you already are going to get in. They're going to be most likely unblocked due to evasion, so you can always choose to give them double strike and smack people really hard in the face. And then we have things like Demon of Loathing for 7 mana. Whenever Demon of Loathing deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices a creature. Dragon Lord Ojutai, things for late game that make this still fun. Because in an Esper deck, you are going to make a lot of mana still. A lot of people don't consider Esper to make a lot of mana, but you draw a lot of cards in Esper, meaning you're gonna hit your mana rocks, you're gonna hit your land drops, and you have rituals like Dark Ritual and Calling the Weak in order to pump out these larger creatures more often than other colors will. So I took that into account. Then, on top of all this, we want to be swinging in with things that have combat damage triggers because we are actively able to give things double strike. So, Ancient Gold Dragon, whenever you deal combat damage to a player, you roll a d20, create a number of 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature tokens equal to the result. Ancient Silver Dragon, we draw that many cards. Sarah Ascendant, you have lifelink on a flying 6/6, that's 1 mana. Awesome things like that, which, by the way, for those of you that love this card and can't afford it, it's going down in price right now because Avatar: The Last Airbender is reprinting Sarah Ascendant. So, very exciting about that. And then I included cards like Delny, because Delny says creatures you control with power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures power 3 or greater. So that makes Jin basically unable to be defeated in combat. But it also says, and my favorite part of Delny, if an ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers, it triggers an additional time. This means Jin gets to choose both modes because Jin triggers twice. Very awesome. So let's get into the list. Let's see if we can make any of these cool things happen. Oh, okay. Cracked start. This is such a cracked start. Oh my gosh. All right. Draw for turn. Swamp, Changeling Outcast, Caves of Koilos, Lotho Corrupt Sheriff. Oh my gosh. We'll make 1 treasure during an opponent's turn. Next turn, land, 4 mana with the treasure. Cast Jin. And then whenever a creature controls attacks, we're going to make Lotho attack into someone who has no blocks, give it double strike, and then Changing Outcast double strike as well. So now we've started going into the red zone. We're dealing some good damage. And then this turn, we will pay 2 for Talisman, and then 2 again for Uzumawa's Jite, which activates Lotho. And then we will attack in, give double strike. We'll draw 2 cards through Jin, and then we'll just say the other one's gain unblockable. And then we'll play a land for turn. We'll then pay 2 mana to equip Uzumawa's Jite to Jin. Next turn, play a land, Culling the Weak, our Changeling Outcast away. Give us 4 black mana, plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8 was all we need, so we can leave that one open. Ancient Silver Dragon. on turn 5 in Esper. And that's assuming no one's been triggering our Lotho, and we couldn't have done that last turn. We're just trying to be respectful. Like, that is insane. So we have extra mana. We have an insane amount of card draw. Uzumau's Jite is now on Jin and gives him +2/+2 for each charge counter, and he gets more because he has double strike. So Jin's going to get pumped like crazy and do a ton of damage. And we have Ancient Copper Dragon or Ancient Silver Dragon for next turn. And let's say one of our opponents had played 2 spells in the turn. We also have Counterspell and Arcane Denial up. And then we draw 2 cards off of Jin's attack. So we even have a Swan Song up just in case. Oh, and we triggered our own Lotho with Ancient Silver Dragon too. Peak. So Jin is insanely powerful and insanely fun. And I did make it on a budget for you. So this is currently, if you were to buy this deck, currently it's $470 for this whole deck. And that's including crazy expensive cards like Ancient Silver Dragon, Sarah Ascendant, Delny, Sakashima, and Ancient Gold Dragon. So you're good to go. I hope you enjoy Major. Last but not least, I think. No, we have 3 more. Okay, I gotta get through this quick. I don't have much time. I gotta get to my sister's house to take care of my nephews. We have Newt. We have Flubs the Fool. So, Flubs the Fool says, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell, you draw a card. And if you have no cards in hand. Otherwise, you discard a card. That means, whenever you play a spell, play it. If there are cards in your hand, you need to discard a card. If there are no cards in your hand, you get to draw a card. That being said, we are going to be going so hard in the paint with this deck on free spells. We have an insane amount of extra land drop creatures and being able to play lands from our graveyard. And then the ultimate card in this deck is Iruth Tormented Prophet. Iruth basically makes this deck instantly go infinite in like Manual Storm. It's so insane. Iruth says if you would draw a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library instead. You may play these cards till end of turn. This card is everything in this list. Always try to find it. So let's go. Oh my gosh. Oh, this hand's cracked. This is I don't remember which bracket this version is. Let me double check. Bracket 4, yes, this is the bracket 4 version. Yep. So let's say we're not in first. We'll put Gemstone Caverns down. We'll exile Winds of Change. And then we'll go to our turn 1. Nice. We'll play Spire Gardens. We'll play Sensei's Divining Top. And then we'll wait on the crop rotation, but we do want to play that later. And then we'll spin the top. We'll look at the top 3 of our library. We don't want a Dozen right now, definitely. So we'll actually keep that 3rd from the top. Put that there. Draw for next turn, Shivan Reef. So on turn, this should actually technically be turn 2. The turn thing's wrong. Sorry about that. We'll play Flubs. Awesome. Now it's time to go ham. So we're going to play Otawara. We played a land. So it says whenever you play a land or cast a spell, put if you have no cards in hand, otherwise discard a card. So now we have to discard a card because we played Otawara. We'll discard Cephalid Coliseum. We'll then play crop rotation by sacrificing this land. And now we have to put something in our graveyard. We have nothing in our graveyard we really want to get right now. Like crop rotation's already going to go get our Gaia's Cradle that we want. So there's not really much left to do. So we're just going to put Noxious Revival into our graveyard and we'll go get Gaia's Cradle. Awesome. Now we're going to pay 4 mana and we're going to play Ice-Till Explorer and we'll draw a card. Now we are set up for an insane next turn, but this turn's actually not over because Ice-Till Explorer says we can play an extra land each turn, and Flubs does, and we're allowed to play lands from our graveyard. So this storm turn isn't over. And again, this is turn 3. That turn thing is wrong up top. So we're going to play the Spire Garden from our graveyard, and then we'll discard a card. Then we'll do our other extra land drop, and we'll play Cephalid Coliseum from our graveyard. Then we get to draw a card. Faithless Looting. We'll cast Faithless Looting. We draw a card. We then draw 2 cards and discard a card. We'll discard this Flooded Strand. Put that in our graveyard. Oh, and sorry, we were supposed to mill 2 cards. So we mill Icecrown Scepter and Goblin Engineer because of Ice Tool Explorer. Sorry about that. We only have 1 mana left, so we're going to play that 1 mana to spin the top on Senseis. We're going to put Doze into the bottom because we don't want it right now, but we do want it later. Awesome. Next turn. This is turn 4. Time to go ham. Pay 1 mana, play a Soul Ring, discard Talisman. Pay 2 mana, Arcane Signet, draw. Awesome. We got a land drop. Play a land drop. We mill a card. It mills Dozen. We draw a card for turn. Ooh, Food Chain. Okay. Pay 3. Play Food Chain. Draw a card. Final Fortune. Okay. We'll play a land from our graveyard as our second land drop for turn. We'll discard Final Fortune. We'll mill a card, and then we'll sacrifice the Flooded Strand, and we'll go get... Where is it at? Where's our breeding pool at? Where's the breeding pool at? There it is. Breeding pool. Comes in, we mill a card. We'll play Flooded Strand again. We'll mill a card. We draw a card. Oh, sorry, we should have discarded that and then drawn this one. My bad. Sack, pay a life. And we will go get just an island. Yeah, tropical island, that works. Or volcanic island. Awesome. Now, see your Spiral Leader. Have a good day. We'll play the Kobold. We'll draw. We'll play the Kobold. We'll draw. We'll play the Mox Hammer. We'll draw. We'll play Gut Chat. We'll draw. We'll oh no. Oh, we already did all of our extra land drops for a turn. That sucks. We'll spin Sensei's Divining Top. Okay, we'll keep that in that order. That's totally fine. How do I want to do this? I think we just have to go to next turn to try to win. I think it's just next turn, yeah. That's all I can think of, yeah. Let's go to next turn. All right, we go to next turn. Yes, I will be playing Yotai, absolutely. We will play a land for turn from our graveyard. We'll play this Flooded Strand. We'll discard Exotic Orchard. We'll mill a card. We'll fetch. We'll go get an island. We'll go get Tropical Island. Comes into play. We mill a card. Play Conqueror's Flail. Draw a card. Play Kobold. Draw a card. We'll play the Yavimaya as our second land drop return. Draw a card. Play the Intai. Draw a card. Ooh, nice. Burgeoning. Draw a card. Nice. Oh, this is big. All right, sweet. Tap all of our mana. Float 4. Dramatic Reversal. Draw a card. Oh my gosh. We got a Walking Ballista with an insane amount of mana on. Oh my gosh. How much mana do we have? We have. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from Cradle. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then 16 with the one floating. And then we can Food Chain to make 29 mana? So we could do a really big Walking Ballista here if we wanted to, which is kind of cool. But instead, we'll just play it on 2 so we can keep going. There we go, baby. Worldly Tutor. Awesome. Worldly Tutor. And then we go get... oh my gosh. We could get Crater Hoof here if we wanted to. I think what would be even funnier is we go get Squee the Immortal, put it on top, we draw a card, play Squee, and then we can go infinite with Food Chain, and then we can pump all of our infinite mana into Walking Ballista and win from there on turn 5. That was complicated, right? I know that was probably pretty hard to keep track of. Like, that was a lot. It is not an easy deck. So if you want to play Flubs, you're gonna have to sit here in the Moxfield playtester and just learn. Like, that's just how it works. So if you guys are interested in learning a deck like this, it's gonna take some time. But that is all the time I have for today, guys. That Storm turn took a really long time, so I am gonna have to stop there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow to show off more decks. Very excited about that. And then when I get back, we'll also be going over some new decks that haven't been posted in the Discord tomorrow. So very excited about that. But thank you for everyone that stayed. Thank you for everyone that donated. Thank you for sitting through story time. I am very excited to see y'all tomorrow. God bless y'all. See you later. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, KV. Thank you, Major. Have a blessed day, y'all. See you later.